Mohon to say, Kai, Pabana, Wakomla here, and then online we have and we. And this is the final class presentation. So this is the final class presentation. So we are having each of the students give a conversation or monologue to show what they've learned. In the course we've covered greetings, names, where you're from, where you live, what you like, what you do, giving a description of yourself and your family. So you will hear all of that coming up very shortly. For those who are online, you should be able to hear us. Hopefully everyone can hear us well. Is our volume okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then also your volume is okay as well. So with no further ado, we'll take volunteers for whoever would like to present first.
Sure.
And this is a good sign because everyone is volunteering to go first. That means that we're all confident. So in that case, we'll go based on age, on seniority. Whoever is the most senior can decide.
Well, I don't know how old you guys are. I think I'm.
Yep, I think Quinn.
I'm senior. So that means we go.
Yo, okay.
Okay, so we have a dialogue between Ifya and myself. Okay. Yep. Ibrahim.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah. Now one sorry.
If I show me who you
You down Yamiasi.
what's a tree?
Annie, you teach us here a free sale of delicate law on Cheremi.
Sa means so mobile train. What did you say?
You didn't get here. You're frozen.
Your friend me when meant to St. John's 40. What's he?
In T Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. Now one so what's he?
Miti California, Nanso, me theme clan of Ghana. Why did you?
I think yeah, drowning, watch tree.
Media, my India, Saka.
I will start going to say.
One who you.
Oh, no, I'm still
About your name, who you. What my means so, who did say?
I'm Yami a drum, no, yeah.
Your friend of saying.
Your friend of Kim Burnett, oh, no, so your friend of saying.
Your friend of Pearl Jones 40.
Yo, oh, you're there, Juma.
Me out there, one so poor Yajima.
Me, Abibitumi Kasa, I just for today for. You power child, obey Juma, Ochina.
I'm one so a bear general, Ochina.
Yeah, be done.
About your who you dance as a Cecilia.
Nicole Sini,
Sini Bang.
Sini Denzel Washington.
Sir, you benefit.
Annie, you pay us them papa.
Yo, who pay Ghana trying?
Annie, you pay Banku pa.
Me dear, me perfect. Until I call you.
Yo, make up
Yo, excellent.
Many actually say yes, yeah.
Hey, no, you're penny for you, and young Barachi crowd. Why? All right, so I think we lost one person, maybe.
Very nice.
They're like, we're done. We're out. Let's make a quick getaway.
I said I should.
Paul, should I stop the video?
Here, this one.
But don't you understand? All right, Jennifer, you back?
I'm here.
Yeah, I am. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think that was on our end. The internet connection decided to take a quick break. But that was a great job. I hope the guests were able to hear all of that. That was a serious conversation. And I hope everyone can appreciate that this is after just 4 weeks of Chi. All right, so we have the presentation for this side as well.
Yo.
This is Kim Kwabana and Kai Komula.
Oh,
One sorry. Quay, you're back. We're about to start with the presentation on this side, so everybody listen closely. Why say sorry?
but did you get all of our dialogue? Because we got a silence before we ended.
Yeah, I think we got everything. The last thing I heard was you all saying goodbye. Y'all gonna get something to eat.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Well, we worried you hear the whole thing.
Let me get the very end of it, and then I'll tell you if just to make sure. But it sounded like I was congratulating you all on a great presentation, as the internet decided to have a fit. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Let me get the end.
All right. Yeah. Well, it was just yeah. I said your exit, and then yes.
Miniature says,
Yeah, we heard that.
Minsu Miniachi. Leadership Bureau.
yes, this one.
For those who are guests, we're telling them they did a very good job. Congratulations, congratulations. You've done a very good job. All right, so now the Ghana-based one. You have a high bar,
Oh, Daddy.
standard. All right. Okay.
Majo,
Yeah, you want? That's the same.
Boko, now one so it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The power shop, the framing tie, come up. The frame was saying,
Your friend made King Kwabana.
yo, the power shop, will now no the same.
Me not no ding there, Nana Pat. Power show. Will not no ding same.
Me not in the Jennifer. The power shop, Waja no the same.
Mwaja no ding there Ken. So, power show. Waja no ding same.
The frame no agent.
What the heck? What the heck?
Mete in crime or Ghana.
Ghana head up.
Shiashi or in crime. The power shop, what's the heck?
Mete kan.
Me pa cho wo free he.
I feel my now so we will US.
Yo, me so sa me free abi man nan so ye wo me wo abroche. Ye tete yo abroche ya Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Kasa.
Kasa.
That's yetete me wo Canada isoso. Yetete wo he.
Yetete me wo US and so Texas.
Oh, Kafra.
Cabra. Yo, mundas. What do you fear a him?
Madi en fear at one back. One so, what do you fear?
What do you fear? I'm doing 9.
Nti kachere me sene awo ne padu atie.
Me yet I be before me war nyansa me hunye he now sweat
Me wo nyansa so. Me wo anida so. Me wo ahoden so. Open then.
Me pegana ajune watch it. Me pe me busia for NC me pe abi before NC me pe abi for with me pe abi bisa so wo pe den ajaga
Me pe abidu faudie so me pe asapon me pe aduane
asakon me pe asakon so
ai me pe mabusia for
what you guys
abibi man o de tia osiani wonso what you then
me ye abo ye munyan sampe shire for yo ajaka
nti yelesha
yelesha
yo
Our guests, if we can have, starting with those who are here in Ghana, give a translation of what you said, so that they can know truly the depth to which you were able to take this conversation.
Okay. So,
she English.
Yeah, she English.
Okay.
I'll let she and you say the English or alternate.
Yeah.
Madro.
Good evening.
Yanua Edison is yes,
right,
knowledge brother.
Evening.
And how are you? And then
hey, yeah, it is, or it's good.
Yeah. Boko means cool, and you as well.
That's Onyami's grace. God's body is, or is good.
Nepal your friend me Kai Kwabna. Your friend was saying, excuse me, my name is Kai Kwabna. How do we call you?
And we say, we call me King Kwabna. Also, you also announce what I'm saying. How do we call you?
Then Womnan or then the same, your mother is called how? Your mother's name is what?
Okay. Manan Nadine Pat or whatever your mother's name is. So that's we call my mother so and so.
Me Paucho, Wajan, I think they're saying, excuse me, your father's name is what? And then the same answer. Me Paucho, water here, excuse me, where do you live?
And then we say Mete, which is I live wherever. Mete and Klein. And Klein is Accra. And then the next one was Klein Hefa, which is
Whereabouts?
yeah, where in Accra.
And Chiachi is my neighborhood. And then one saw what's the head? You as well, where do you live? Yeah. Wolfriheim is where you from?
We say Mefri Abibitumi, which comes from Africa. And then we say what?
Nanso.
Nanso.
Your woman will, however we gave birth to me, wherever. And Yeteteme will, we raised me, wherever. Wadi in fear,
How many years have you eaten?
How many years have
Just
you
been eating years. And then we said how many years have we eaten? 24 and 21.
Yeah. Kachere Mesenea or Valuate. Describe yourself. Can you describe yourself to me? And then most humbly we replied.
I said I'm wise and I'm beautiful.
So I'm hopeful. I'm strong. And then Wopedane, what do you like?
We said Mepe, which is I like. And then I know we said Mebusiafo, which is my family. Abibitumi, black folks. What else did we say?
Food, Adwane.
Adwane. Abibitumi, which is black folks dancing. How we move.
Yeah.
What else did we say? That was the gist of it.
What you're doing is what do you do?
Then we said men yet. I said Abodiyem Nyansampe Chideshide 4, which is Abodiyem Nyansampe is science, and then Chideshide 4 is teaching.
And for me, Abibitumi who I this year on Oceani, which is a student of African Studies. And then from there we just said, yeah, Besha, we'll see you later.
Besha,
Yo, Besha.
Did you say something about Abibitumi and
oh yeah,
Abibitumi?
True.
You didn't mention it.
Yeah, Abibitumi is black liberation. And then
Asakon is a clever play on words that I don't even really know.
Like fighting movement.
Asa is the dance part, and then Kum
Is the fight. Okay.
Yeah.
So the name for capoeira.
Dance fight.
Look,
What was that last thing you said?
Asakon, that's capoeira. It's the dance and also a fight, so it's Asakon. So Asa is the dance part, and then Okun is the fight part.
Okay.
That was the last thing they said in July. Both of them are also capoeira students. So here when we do capoeira, we also sing the accompanying songs in various African languages, mainly Chi. So it was a transition from the Chi in the capoeira class to getting the Chi, in full. So, all right, and then for you all there, if we can get the translation for your.
Okay, so we'll go line by line so they can hear a little well. So I began with Irama, that's good afternoon, miss.
Which is an affirmative response to a sibling.
It's saying, how are you?
Yeah.
Or how's
it
it
is
going?
Yes, it is, or I'm fine. No, and how are you?
Mipacho mehuye. Please, I'm fine.
We thank God.
What's a tree?
Right?
Are you, can you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what's a tree? Do you understand tree or do you speak tree?
Ani, they said Obadele can go and me. Yes, I speak tree because Obadele is teaching me.
Sa means so Obadele training. Wouldn't the same. So I'm saying, oh, is that right? Me too. Obadele is cheating me. Sorry.
Slip of the tongue.
Cheating you to some.
And then I said, good evening, and what's your name?
I say, your friend was saying, my name is Lafia. What is your name? How do you call me?
Yeah, Fremi. Quite Mensa Jones 40. That's, we call me, but my name is Quay Mensa Jones 40. Then I ask, Wuti, which is, where do you live?
And then I say, Meet Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now also OTV. So I'm responding that I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and then also asking, where are you from? Or where do you live?
Yeah. California. I live in California. Now, you speak in Accra or Ghana, but I am from Accra in Ghana. Then I ask, why didn't you ask me, how old are you? Literally, how many years have you consumed or eaten?
And then I respond that meaning that I have eaten or I am 28 years.
Yeah, and then I lie about my age and I say,
Yeah, I heard that. Someone let that go. He's younger than me now.
Brutally lie about my age and say, well, yeah, we decided that if I was too senior, then she wouldn't be able to ask me at the same. So we brought my age down, and so I became 31.
Alright, what's up with what you're saying? I'm asking how his family is.
And I say, they're fine. Literally, their bodies are fine. Their bodies are.
Well, now, so I'm asking, and also your mother. How's your mother?
And I say, please, she's fine. Uma means what you're saying. I like the word mommy, and Efia likes not. So I use mommy, your mom. How is she? Also.
Then I say, by God's grace, she's fine. Her body is good.
Okay, your friend was saying, what's her name, or what do they call her? What do we call her?
Your friend of Kim Burnett, we call her Kim Burnett. So your friend was saying, then your mother also, what do we call her?
Your friend of Pearl Jones 40, we call her Pearl Jones 40.
Yo, affirmative, with them, Ajima, asking what kind of work he does.
Mia Ochepo, I'm a writer. What do you do also?
I teach Black Studies. Excuse me, are you working tomorrow?
And I say, yes. What about you? Are you working tomorrow also?
Debbie, no.
What are you doing right now?
Nico Cine, wanted to see a movie.
Oh, which movie?
Seeing
that's
Denzel
Cine
Washington. And then I'm seeing Denzel Washington.
Okay, Sam. If that's so, who can I say you like him?
Yes, Mpena Sam Papa. I like him a lot.
Yo, who play Ghana? Do you like Ghanaian food?
Yes. Mpe Banku Pa. I like Banku a lot.
As for me, me prefer tea and coffee. Basically, I'm saying I'm the two types of people in Ghana: the fufu crowd and the banku crowd. I belong to fufu. So and then I said, okay, well then let's go eat.
And I say, yo, Mikwaba. Yes, let's go.
All right. Your entry. Okay, later.
Nyaji Seisha. This is basically like my eyes are happy. And then saying goodbye. We'll meet again.
And then I say, me too. It's a pleasure to meet you. We'll see each other later. And goodbye.
Yo, Iveshio. So, nice. Say goodbye then.
Yo. Very good.
Get that.
Very nice.
All right. So both conversations, I'm very proud to say that I'm the teacher of both sets. I'm trying to pull in Kim Burnett too. She was having issues hearing in the classroom.
Hello?
Yeah, Kim.
Yes.
You're just in time to hear all the presentation. All right.
Wow.
Just in time. You're early for their intermediate presentation.
Oh my, this is a lot of work.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Real quick, if I can get people's, either the Ghana or the online, people's reflections on being in the class and also being conversational after just 4 weeks.
Quay, why don't you start?
Okay, I'll go.
Senior.
Well, I basically what happened with me was I was in Ghana in July, September, sorry, actually August, September, and I was driving around with my driver who is a kapin tree. We went to Kumasi and so on, and then I got bitten by the tree bug and decided I was going to learn tree. And you know, when you tell Ghanaians, oh, I'm going to learn tree, they laugh at you. I don't know why, but anyway, they laugh at you. So when I got back, I said, okay, I am by all means going to, because I'm going back in February, and I intend to surprise all of them. And I'm telling, I told you I was going to learn tree. I needed, but actually, it's funny. I did call my driver the other day. It was for something else, and I called him and I asked him, Sami, we're going to sing and all that. And he was answering all my questions, and then I switched to English. I said, do you know who this is? He says, who is this?
It's a whole new man.
The whole new
That's
man.
right. I said, it's me, Dr. Quinn. I said, what? Because I asked him how his wife was and everything, and he was like answering all these questions really cautiously and saying, you know, I could hear him think, who is this talking to me? Because you know, in Ghana, you can get a phone call from anybody out of the blue. So so then when I revealed it was me, he was quite shocked. So yeah, so generally I went from, I could say very little in Ghana, and I went from that to being able to ask him how he was, how his wife was, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty impressive actually. So Obadili, you have my congratulations for transforming me from a sweet ignoramus to a tweet somewhat knowledgeable.
I like the testimonial. That's inspiring for me. So you became a brand new man over the course of 4 weeks. And this is really what I like to hear is, when you are speaking to other people, people, native speakers, and, you amaze them with the level of your achieve. So I'm very glad to hear of that conversation. All right, anybody else?
And I also, one other thing I had to add was I started chatting with a friend of mine on Facebook, using my tree keyboard, and which actually a lot of people in Ghana don't use. They use the reverse 3 for yet, and so like he was really bowled over, and but I have to tell you, his spelling was atrocious.
You're going to find that.
Way better than his.
You're going to find that time and time again. And this is, another thing is that it's going to be a mutual learning process, because as you are speaking with native speakers, they will be able to assist you on pronunciation, but you, on the other hand, you'll be able to assist them with reading and writing, because you'll even see like billboards and advertising campaigns where the tree is atrocious because everybody sitting in the office is like, oh, I don't know how to write it. Oh, well, let's just guess and put it on the billboard. So, that's going to be part of that mutual learning process. So now that you can do that.
Yeah. And funnily enough, for me, I cannot learn a language unless I see it written. That's how I've learned everything. French, English. I mean, not English. Well, English too, but French. I have to see it. I have to see it written before I can actually speak.
French written.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this the other day. Just being in Ghana, it's being able to have even these basic language skills really is able to start the conversation with other people. Like, you want to share that your Shell, the gas station?
Oh, I actually have 2 testimonials.
Yeah.
So one that was good is Mayeko call. So I'm like, slightly light-skinned brother. So being in the crowd, like sometimes I would get Obroni sometimes from some people. And one of the guys that works at my boss's house, I was at my boss's like out in the back like washing laundry, by hand. So this looks funny to this guy. He's like, this American guy here, hand washing laundry. So he was like, Obroni, you're washing, And I was like, Debbie. And already he was like, oh, he said Debbie. And then I was like, man, free have to be mine. And then I was like, and then he was like, Obibini. And then like ever since then he just calls me Obibini. Like black guy. Or yo. So now whenever he sees me, he's like, yo, Obibini. So that was kind of cool. Like that's my new nickname, just Obibini. And then another one is, this is just a couple of days ago, I got like a free tree lesson while I was trying to buy some yogurt at the Shell gas station. Because I came in, and I feel like probably out of all the things I know how to say, my pronunciation is best with saying. Because that's the one you hear like all the time. So when you're hearing it, your pronunciation is better. So I came in to the lady and I was like, saying, she's like, good, how are you? And I was like, hey, yeah. And then I was just looking around, and then she's like, Wopedane. And then I was like, yogurt, yogurt. So then I started looking, then she said something else, and I was like, And I was like, she said something that was into my street.
What the hell?
And I was like, I don't know that. And she's like, huh? And she's like, but you were speaking tree. And I was like, yeah, but, crack. So it was nice because just from, being able to say like, that's just saying, hey, yeah, and then understanding her when she said Wopedane, and being able to say like yogurt. She was like just thinking I spoke it. And just she said something else like small talk, and I was like no. So then her and the other lady proceeded to like give me a whole like chi lesson of everything that I was doing in the store, and they were just like they just thought it was like real cool and like it's good that you're learning chi like, and also just like very like funny. So yeah, it was cool. So it's been nice just in general with Ghanaian folks like you were saying, sometimes they'll laugh at you for learning it because I think like a lot of people don't value it enough. And then sometimes it's just funny to them because no one learns it, so they're just not used to like accents and Chi. They're used to people either speaking it natively or they just don't speak it. So they're not used to like English accent on Chi, so it's funny to them. But it's been cool. Everybody likes the idea that when you're learning Chi in Ghana. So I've been liking it a lot.
I think the Obroni issue is probably one of the best parts for me because just being able to give a reply.
And I'll be like, I am not.
It's like, no, what you don't understand is there's a whole lot of historical.
And you hit them with more English. You're like, oh, this white guy.
I am not Obroni. Okay? Oh man.
So yeah, it's been just like awesome just to be able, and we were talking about this the other day, it's like when you are able to reply in Chi, then all of a sudden the response is like, yeah, why didn't you say so? Like, yeah,
because I've said that in English, didn't have the same effect at all. Like I'm like, oh no, like I'm from Africa, like I was born there, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, I'll run you.
Is there more English from this one, Bruni?
Yeah, but for some reason I said the same thing in Chi, and obviously I don't speak Chi completely, but for some reason like your ears are just more receptive to it. Like, oh yeah.
That's the Abibitumi. That's the power of the language, and I think that's what's so amazing about it is because you get a real sense of like how the language and the identity are connected. Yeah.
Sana. If yeah.
Yes. So this is just making me miss Ghana so much. Hearing you all's conversation. So I will be there in about 1 month and 11 days. I'm counting down.
12 hours, 52 seconds.
What was that?
I said 12 hours, 84 minutes.
And 22 seconds.
22 seconds.
Touchdown.
Yes. But yeah, I learned a few phrases of tree the first time that I came. Just quickly like, what's up? My name is this, and this is where I'm from, and that was it. And there were some people who really, wanted to teach me and try to teach. Everybody was saying it's so easy, and I'm just like, nah, language doesn't come really easily to me. And I think I'm on Kwe where it's been so much easier to see it than people just saying, this is how you say this is how you say that. So, I've gone to Ghana a few times and, knew very, very little. And people would always ask me, like, you've been here 3 or 4 times, why don't you speak Tree yet? And I would just be like, I'm going to work on that. So, for my doctoral program, I had to learn language, and they don't care what language I learn, but I decided that I wanted to learn Tree because this would be the most helpful to me in terms of my personal life. Now, I'm starting to see that perhaps my research is going to go this direction also. But I was telling all these people, I found this program because I couldn't find any classes. I found this online program. It's going to be conversational in a month. And, then I'm going to be fluent after that. And they're like, yeah, right. So, I didn't let that deter me. And so now it's just amazing to see how far I've come. And, I still have a lot that I need to learn, but I've noticed that it's, so much that I'm able to say and understand now. And I just really can't wait to go back and have everybody be so shocked that I finally know what's going on and can tree with them.
Yeah, one of the things for the class in terms of the goal we call Abibitumi Kasa, which is Black Power language, and with the language comes a level of, empowerment. We want to make reconnections. A lot of the students who take the class, either they haven't spoken it since they were a child, like in Quay's case, or haven't spoken it for a few hundred years. And then either event is very powerful for people to finally get a chance to speak the language that, may have been ripped out of, them, their tongues ripped out, all types of different situations. Even here in Ghana, you have a thing where when children go to school, they're caned on the hand or anywhere else for speaking their own language.
Vernacular.
Yeah, don't speak the vernacular. Speak English and have it written across the school wall. So what we are doing and what I envision this is a change in the whole paradigm, what's expected for, Africans, especially those who are coming here to repatriate. We have people who say with pride, I've been here for 10 years, 20 years, and their tree is up to the level of at the same. But after one single month of intensive study, being committed, dedicated, doing your homework, doing the exam, I hope everyone can see, and even those who are guests can hear how far everyone has come. You're having a real life conversation that, as you've heard in people's own experiences, you're able to go out and talk to people. You're able to make connections that you couldn't make before in any way, shape, or form. And for me, learning the language, this back in the late 90s, early 2000s, that it was a whole different world. And I say, when you come to Ghana, you have one world that you see when you're only speaking English, but you have an entirely different world that you would never see once you start speaking the language, the connections you make to people. So just saying that to say I'm really proud of all of you all. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You all did a good job. You all applied yourselves, and the fruits of labor, you all have that inside of you, and no one can take that away.
Yeah, good nice.
So enjoy those fruits of labor. Now, those who are guests, anything to say, any reflections? Kim, I know you came on late and you're getting the testimonials more than anything else, but any thoughts, reflections on hearing your people say things in their own language? Jennifer, are you still there?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I don't have anything to say.
All right, so again, I just wanted to thank all of you for endeavoring to speak the language of your ancestors and your descendants. It's a very short window of time of Africans who don't speak their own language, and you don't want to get caught in that short window because your descendants will be speaking our languages as well. We're making sure that 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, what we do today here at Abibitumi Kasa on this very day is going to have an impact on that. So once again, good job. Oh, go ahead. Quick.
I had a question. Do you also have a continuation course from here, or intermediate, or something?
Yeah, intermediate is starting on the week of December 2nd. So I encourage everybody to try to do it back to back as opposed to letting time lag in between. I've seen much better results for just continuing right along with it. So intermediate, and then we also have advanced. We have an advanced class that's going on right now, and by the advanced, that's where we're discussing, we're reading Anansi stories, proverbs, novels, poetry, all these different things, and we're discussing it entirely in the language. By that point in time, you have all the tools to not only be able to read and write all these different things, but you're able to discuss on a deep level all these various genres in the language as well. So each level gets progressively more intense, but over the course of a month, you will see yourself growing by leaps and bounds.
So now the intermediate is also, let's see, 4 weeks, or
yes, exactly. 4 weeks as well.
Okay.
Reading twice a
Okay.
week. And that one is on weekdays, so the G is Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 Eastern time. And then
Oh, what time Eastern?
6.
6 Eastern.
6 Eastern.
Monday and Wednesdays.
Well, I know you're
yeah, actually-
California, right?
Yeah, so that would be 3 for me. Actually, that might work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I would be at the intermediate level, right? That would be suitable for me.
Yes. Once you complete
Okay.
intro, you are ready for intermediate. Once you successfully complete intro, and you
Okay.
have successfully completed, and on your way, and also for those who are here in Ghana, is your Abibitumi Kasa certificate. Once you complete the final presentation, then you are eligible to get the certificate. Right, yeah. And then you can frame that. And I find the certificate is good because once you have that, it holds you to retaining it. So somebody says, look at this, you got a certificate in Chi, and it's written in Chi as well. So you have a certificate in Chi. Let's start talking then. Let's see what you can do. So.
Put that up in the crib.
Yep, it's also your encouragement to retain it over the years. So that will be sent to you all virtually, and then presented in person to you all.
Okay. All right, and the sign up for the intermediate, is it ready on the website yet, or?
Yeah, akanenter.php. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link directly. But we also will send it via the mailing list as well, so you'll get it both ways. But I'll be sure to send it to both of you directly so you have it.
Okay, yes. Okay, and then in that case, the best of you.
One more time, give yourselves a big round of applause.
This is like some classic, like, communist, like, proletariat. The hammer is the symbol of the working
Come,
class.
comrades!
Oh, yeah.
These are Afrikaans. Here's a drum.
Pardon?
Here's a drum, so
Oh, really?
color the background.
Iti pia de suano hundu sai. Tree class was most excellent. It was definitely a build-up in terms of the first couple of weeks, being overwhelmed by the amount of new vocabulary and words. But by week 3 and 4, something started to sink in. And for me, what was really cool is being able to have interactions with people on the street and everyday life that didn't just feel like interactions between a foreigner and an African. It felt like interaction between Africans. So that was a big victory for me. Abibitumi
Kasa.
Yo.
Also pia de suano uhunu sai.
Yeah. I feel like, for me, I really liked the conversation nature of the class. So I really liked how much time we spent speaking in class, how much time we spent listening in class, and then even the reading exercises, we would read them out loud, and they were always conversations. So rather than learning a lot of decontextualized words, it was just learning conversations, which are common conversations to have. So then in hearing casual comment, I noticed that in hearing like the casual speech amongst people, I started not sounding like just noise, but I noticed that they were saying like, because you kind of always say the same thing when you see somebody, you know, hello, how are you, at the same, like those things come out all the time. So it was nice to be able to like, when people get in deep conversations in street, I wouldn't know. But as far as like 2-second and little this and like quick things, it was like I knew the language. So that was nice. I feel the same thing like Kai, like there was just plenty of words and vocabulary, especially in the appendix. So that was nice. So if you did want to do extra study, or maybe we're supposed to do oh yes, and I have the PDFs. And my family is learning Tree for when they come. My brother is trying to come. So another thing I like is I like the context of doing it. Really with the Abibitumi mindset. So like whenever we would talk about the different parables behind different things, the meanings, and even like the nice way the sentences are structured. You know, like I talked on the phone to my brother for a long time about Nyasada, because I like the whole like concept behind it, you know. And so that was one of his first 2 lessons, was like how cool it is that you say Nyasada versus saying you're welcome. Like that's not cool. So yeah, I like the conversation nature of the class as well as the blackness of the class. Yeah.
Maya de, mo, Maya de, come on, Maya de, fun. Maya de, mo, Maya de, mo, Maya de, fun. Maya de, mo, Maya de, mo, Maya de,
I'm about to finish the video.